lawmakers who's pushing for a new probe is Jim Jordan of the fine state of Ohio, Republican congressman. Good to have you, sir. Thank you for coming.
Good to be with you, Neil.
You know, you look at polls on this, you look at most Americans, I think it's safe to say, Congressman, have no idea about the intricacies and the minutiae behind these emails. What they do get is a sense that maybe the Clinton camp hasn't been straightforward on this. But now the FBI is in the mix because the FBI chose to release all of this, just unload it on everybody the Friday before Labor Day. Do you think the FBI itself should be included in whatever investigation you might want to consider?
What I know is this: the FBI gave us information that shows Secretary Clinton made many false statements. Some of those were under oath in front of our Benghazi committee last fall. What I also know is the American people are tired of two standards: one for regular folks and a different one for the politically connected, one for we the people and a different one for Koskinen, Lerner, and Hillary Clinton. So that is the key. And all you have to do, Neil, is look at the timeline. I call it the magic month. March 2015. March 2nd, New York Times releases their report, says she had this special email server situation. March 3rd, Benghazi committee says preserve all documents. March 4th, Benghazi committee sends a subpoena for the information. March 9th, Platte River Networks is put on notice that there's a preservation order in place. March 10th, she does her press conference. Most importantly, March 25th. David Kendall, Cheryl Mills, Hillary Clinton's attorneys have a conference call with Platte River Networks sometime within the next 5 days. All those documents have bleach bit taken to them and they're destroyed. And the individual at Platte River Networks who was on that conference call, his name is redacted and he refused to answer questions about that conference call. That is a pretty compelling chronology about special treatment, potential destruction of evidence and destruction of documents, which you are not supposed to do. That's what offends the American people.
She is saying that you guys, that is Republicans in general, are on a witch hunt here. They're going to keep coming after me. She said the FBI resolved all of this. Their report answered all the questions. Their findings included debunking his latest conspiracy theories, referring to Jason Chaffetz, of course, the chairman of this committee. What do you make of that she's just dismissing another Republican right-wing conspiracy?
All you got to do is look at what the FBI released last Friday. The front page of the report says we were investigating the classified information and whether that was compromised. There's nothing in there about them investigating was evidence destroyed, was bleach bit used to obstruct justice and destroy evidence.
By the way,
they didn't look at that issue.
No, on bleach bit, I'm sorry to wander here, but what do you make of her assertion she was unfamiliar with bleach bit, or for that matter, you know, wiping drives and all that thing?
Well, I don't think anyone was familiar with the term bleach bit until we saw it in the FBI report. What we are familiar with is when she was asked a year ago about did she wipe her computer and wipe her server, she says, what do you mean, with the cloth? We now know, no, it wasn't a cloth, it was a hammer, and it was bleach bit. So that's what we do know. I don't think anyone heard of that term.
She's trying to say, I'm ignorant of this. If it was done by someone, because I certainly don't know about it. Do you accept that?
That's why we need to know this name of the individual who was redacted in the report, who had the conference call with Cheryl Mills and David Kendall, her lawyers. We need to know his name, and we need to be able to ask him what, in fact, was talked about on that call. Now, remember what that guy did. That guy took attorney-client privilege, or he pled the fifth. He wouldn't answer questions when the FBI talked to him, and his name is redacted. We need to know what his name is. We need to bring him in front of the committee and ask him under oath those kind of questions, and we'll see what he does.
All right, Congressman, good seeing you again. Thank you very, very much.
You bet.